going to be delayed in his life, and turns out he re-signed with the company, and she attacks Nikki Vale and said, "Don't talk about me like that when I'm not in the company, when I'm not here." And he said, "If you want to drag me into this, I'll be dragged into this. Now you have to deal with me." And it was 1 month ago that Nikki Vale and MSD and Novocaine had the same exact kind of matchup, a handicap match, and Nikki Vale won. So Nikki Vale said that was kind of retribution for when he lost in the biggest match in TRRW history at Willpower 2 almost 1 year ago against Hunter and Robert Steele in a handicap match. So Nikki Vale's feeling very confident coming into this, whereas Michael Dingle and Novocaine have already suffered a loss to them. So the odds kind of stacked in Nikki Vale's favor. Similar to the Kat and Jaden situation, actually. Kat has beaten Jaden on multiple occasions. Jaden turned heel by attacking number one contender months ago, Thing, for the Toy Championship, saying that she thinks she deserves a push. And she's gotten that push, and she's failed on multiple occasions. Now she has won number one contendership yet again. And now she is trying to face Kat once again and see if maybe this time she can win the Toy Championship. Maybe she can, maybe she can't. Who knows? Nightfall and Mike Lickster are trying to resurrect the tag team division, and not just TRRW, but professional wrestling in general. They're saying that it was around the same time that they decided that the tag team championship situation should be resurrected in professional wrestling. And about the same time, Triple H decided the same exact thing in WWE. They're not saying any ideas were stolen from anybody or they were inspired by Triple H or anything, but they're just saying it's around the same time that the decisions were made separately. And they thought the best way to resurrect the tag team division is by making a tables match for the tag team championships against whoever their number one contenders were. They said that last month. And they said, it's nothing personal, it's just they want to bring back the tag team division. Nightfall and Mike Lickster, former world champions. Nightfall won 2 TRRW titles, while Lickster has won 3. And Shoutout and Frank Hankman are undefeated. So is the entire new generation. They are undefeated going into this match. So, who knows? Maybe we could see Frank Hankman or Shoutout get put through a table and see our tag team championships retained, or we could see new tag team champions. Who knows? This is the type of stuff we're going to look at the Destruction pay-per-view. And then right after, no rest for the weary, Shoutout has to defend his Hardcore Championship, which he already holds, against Spider Monkey, who has rightfully won number one contendership, in a special stipulation ladder match. Now, see, Shoutout, well, the new generation wants all the titles underneath their belt. The new generation already has Corey Faitello as the Universal Champion. So they have Shoutout as their Hardcore Champion. Now they also want the Tag Team Championship, Shoutout and Frank Hankman, to hold them. The issue with holding 2 titles is need to defend both of the titles. We don't know if Shoutout can handle that, especially against such a young, up-and-rising superstar in TRRW like Spider Monkey. And maybe Shoutout gets put through a table, maybe he doesn't, who knows. That will, we know for sure, affect that championship match, though. And now this situation is very unique between Josh, Hunger, and Fear for the ECW championship. See, it was originally supposed to be Hunger versus Fear for the ECW championship. Hunger just beating Zombie for the ECW championship, ending Zombie's the longest reigning ECW title reign in the title's history, not just TRRW history, but the title's history. The longest reigning champion of any championship in any company today was Zombie, and Hunger defeated him. That you'd think would give Hunger an advantage against Fear, who recently turned face over cutting in a very emotional promo on ECW, about how much he loves the business and how much he thinks he should face Hunger. And so that match was scheduled to happen, but Josh came in right before the match. Josh jumped Fear from behind backstage, and with no one else to fill in Fear's spot, Josh was put in that match. Josh really quickly hit a running high knee and bulldog, and used the ropes to pin Hunger to upset the world and become the ECW champion. Now, don't forget, Josh was also the longest reigning Universal Champion in history, holding the championship for 11 months. And he's saying if anyone should deserve a championship shot, it should be him. That's why he inserted himself into the title picture. Hunger will be getting his well-deserved rematch clause here tonight, and the winner will face Fear for the ECW championship on ECW. Let's see how this entire situation plays out. Fear built up with anger, Hunger ready to rectify his mistake and correct his mistake on at Destruction. And let's see how this all plays out. Now, someone who had everything to prove and did, Hunter. Hunter has been a main event star in this company for about 2 years now, ever since humans were introduced to this company. One thing Hunter has not accomplished was becoming TRR champion or any kind of world champion. Finally, a couple months ago, Hunter did that by defeating the longest reigning TRRW champion in history, Freddie Goldberg. And after beating Freddie Goldberg in his rematch clause, Hunter had no one else to face. So Justin stepped up to the plate. Now, don't forget, Hunter proved how sneaky and just how very intelligent he is by tricking the world into believing that he and Robert Steele had a feud. So when Robert Steele assisted Hunter in winning the TRRW title, everyone was so shocked out of their mind, and it was just crazy. TRRW history making. Now Justin, rightfully winning #1 contendership, has beef with TRRW management, claiming there's a conspiracy. Very similar to the Jack Swagger gimmick, except instead of talking about immigration, he's talking about TRRW management. And also very similar to Robert Steele, how he used to claim that there was controversy in TRRW. So very unique situation. You know Robert Steele is going to be at ringside for this championship match. So you know Robert Steele is probably going to interfere somehow, some way. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just assuming. Who knows? The one thing we do know, this pay-per-view is going to be amazing. A stacked card. Masked Man versus his tag team partner, Mexican Mystery. Loser has to take off his mask match. Nikki Vale versus his former best friends, Michael Shawn Dingle and Overkane. Kat and Jaden have another match for the Tour Championship. Nightfall and Mike Lickster, 2 former world champions, face the new generations, shout out Frank Hankman, in a tables match for the Tag Team Championship. And right after, Shout Out has to compete again in a ladder match for the Hardcore Championship, defending against Uprising Spider Monkey. And then we can't forget about Josh versus Hunger for the ECW Championship. Hunger's rematch clause. And the winner faces Fear on ECW for the ECW Championship. And last but not least, Hunger with Robert Steele as his manager versus Justin for the TRRW title. This is November 1st pay-per-view, TRRW Destruction 2013. Amazing, stacked card, very personal feuds going on here. You do not want to miss the results that we will show next on the TRRW Wrestling 1 YouTube channel. A link will be in our description of the video once it's posted. And just tune in. Very stacked card. Thank you for watching.